Welcome back to another anime reaction. Today we're going to be watching and reacting to My Hero Academia Season 7 Episode 20. The second to last episode in this season, titled A Girl's Ego. Pretty sure going off the title we're going to be dealing with Uraraka and TOGA, so I'm very interested in seeing what they do. And after last week's episode being super goddamn emotional with the Todoroki family, I have a feeling this is going to be emotional in its own way as well. So with that, let's jump into the reaction part of this video, but don't forget to stick around to the end where we do a review breakdown for the episode as well.
明日は平等にやってくる。それなら笑おうぜ、トガ卑弥呼。人は
So Toga's gonna be dealing with that pain of losing a friend. Oh, Jiro's down, Sue's down. I guess Toga was able to take them down with ease when she just keeps multiplying in her infinite doubles. But now it's time to see the girl versus girl action here, where Uraraka is gonna try to reach out to her like a friend, or at least try to understand her. Now looking at this, we really get to see how strong Twice would have been if he survived and wasn't killed by Hawks, because, goddamn, it just, at a certain point, it's not even like you have to worry about, you know, the physical abilities they can do. It's just like you get drowned by bodies. So that's pretty much it. You get crushed to death. Oh! Damn, Uraraka's really trying to get out of there. Oh, she doesn't actually think Dabi has died yet, but she's going to. He's going to. Well, he's dead, but she's gonna find out eventually. Huh? Wait, what do you mean you've only known her since last summer? It's only been what? I forget how time has not passed that long in this anime. Actually, honestly, that goes for almost all animes. Aww. Look, Sue was able to see it, and Uraraka's gonna use that. Oh, so she can't turn because she has murderous intent? So if she doesn't have murderous intent and only has those good feelings, she'll be able to copy them? Interesting. Especially coming from someone with a blood quirk. Oh! What is she gonna do? Is she gonna stab Sue? Oh! She's getting slapped by her parents. Yep. Her and her. And you know what, guys? You are terrible people. It fell in the garden. Were you actually drinking it though? That's the part of... Make you normal? Bro, they were gonna get rid of her quirk because it was too creepy for her? This is why Toga is the way she is. Because of all of this. Because of literally all this. Trying to get rid of her quirk. People calling her freak. Not liking her. Getting rid of... Like, you sucked your friend's blood. Yeah, that's not a good idea. But still. She was just a small child. She didn't understand what was wrong. What? This is why she's messed up. This is why she's messed up. This is so fucked. Like, there's a reason Toga's a villain. Like, yeah, she might have a quirk that kind of makes her a little crazy, but she's not entirely evil. It's not her fault. She's traumatized. Like, Oh, great. Toga's gonna make a bunch of Sue clones. Lovely. Oh, she got Jiro 1 Sue. Oh, shit. Look, she just wants to talk. Who cares about the rules? She just wants to understand what's going on. Society has made all these rules that you can be, that makes you a hero or a villain. But, you know, following, who cares about those rules? Screw them. And Uraraka got stabbed. Damn. Oh, she got stabbed bad. Oh, I thought it was just like a little stab. No, it's a big stab. Well, shit. Still stand by the rules of society kind of make villains, and that's exactly what's been going on. You don't follow the rules, you're oh! That's a lot of blood.
お前とうちのボスくらいだな。ヴィラン名がないの。昔はヒーローヴィランに違いなんかなかったんだってな。そこから素性隠しに自らあだ名を名乗る者が現れ、生き抜くために被った別人の皮がいつしかコミックになった記号となった。
Shigaraki's got a point. The whole idea is to hide yourself. Shigaraki does not want to hide himself. Neither does Toga. She wants people to know who she is. Not some alias. She has that rage, thinking everyone wants to kill her because Hawk's killed twice. A battle for survival. Ooh. Dude, is Uraraka gonna get brutally messed up? Like, she got stabbed, she's bleeding, she's spitting up blood, like, Jesus Christ. They'll grow stronger each generation and no one will be able to control them. Yep, the Doomsday Theory is correct. And we see it from, like, all of our Class 1A guys, like, they're super OP. And so are the villains, so it makes sense. Based on the emotions of one girl, so true. Because she's rageful because of what happened. Okay. Oh, martial arts time. What'd she do? She only touched a few of them? Ha! Ha ha! Zero gravity isn't a power to hurt others. Because that's not what Uraraka wants to do. She wants to save people. She doesn't want to hurt them. Aww. Aw, you kind of have the two different lives. Uraraka grew up always smiling when Toga was shunned from smiling because she wasn't allowed to enjoy what she wanted to do. She was pushed away. And she was treated like trash. Aww. Oh, I see. This is Uraraka's quirk awakening because she's not even touching anything. She's sending out a wave that's making everything float. Aww. She saw this girl who just wants to talk. She just wants someone in her life, and Uraraka's trying to be there for her. She knows this villain she's damaged, she's corrupted, but she was once a good kid. She was once, you know, normal. Well, to an extent, but she was just a normal girl who was twisted and changed because of her parents, because of society. She was molded into this person who could never be herself. So, god damn. And Uraraka getting that goddamn hero moment with that quirk awakening as well as badass. It's only been a year since the training camp. Still absolutely insane. Oh no, she's losing way too much blood. Aww. Fell in love with the Deku and Daria. Ah, there we go. I've been waiting for that for so long. Just a little cute relationship going on there. Just the traumatized past flashes before Toga's eyes. Jesus Christ, she looks like a goddamn monster from a horror movie in this picture. And Uraraka's just holding out her arm for her to suck her blood. Well, in a little dream state there. She was told not to smile because of her teeth. Oh, look like the boy I liked. Oh, okay. Aww. Joined the League of Villains because she wanted to live her way. She didn't want to be told what the right way to live was. Aww. Look, this is why she's a villain. It's not even like... It's literally because people have turned her into it. By pushing her away, shunning her, and, like, hiding her from society. Like, it's... Ah! You know, the more you learn about this world, the more I get mad about it. Just because of how much discrimination there is, and I hate it. But I also love it because of the good heroes like Uraraka and Izuku, and it's just... Ah! And that's how Uraraka won the day. She used her power and her heart to stop the villain. You know why I said the beginning of this episode was gonna make me tear up? This part's gonna make me tear up right now. It's just so, like, the music, it's so cute, it's so nice. It's like just like a wholesome moment wrapped in a hug. Aww. All Toga ever wanted was to be able to smile. And the hero let her do that. That was good. That was good. There's some slow moments in that episode, but, like, it was all to push back the fact that Toga was a child that had trauma. A traumatized child who wasn't allowed to be herself. And Uraraka was that hero who reached out to her, who wanted to help her, and wanted to see her smile. We also had the fact that Uraraka said she loved Izuku Midoriya. So that was great. That was great. Been waiting a long time for that. What an episode. I think the last one was still better, but still a good episode. And there's only one left. Like, no, I need more from the season. What are they even going to do next episode? Like, what, it's going to be Deku versus Shigaraki, and then somehow it's going to end on a cliffhanger? Most likely. That's where I'm sitting right now. All for One's going to get there, and it's going to end on a cliffhanger. Ah, I can't wait. Anyways, if you like this reaction, hit the like, hit the subscribe button. Stay up to date with all my anime reactions, breakdowns, and all the other stuff that goes on my channel. Now, with that, let's jump into the review breakdown part of this video. So yeah, at the end of the day, this episode was pretty much focusing on Uraraka and Toga and, well, pretty much accepting Toga for who she is. And I really like how they really focus on Toga's past and how it was her just being a traumatized child, never being accepted, never being allowed to smile, and being called a monster, a deviant, and her parents even wanting to get rid of her quirk because she was so obsessed with blood. Instead of teaching her the right way, how to deal with it, helping come up with alternatives than sucking people's blood, they just pushed her away and did not help at all, which then turned her into this crazy villain. Because she never felt accepted. So when she finally did feel accepted with the League of Villains, she took that, she held on to that, and she became who she wanted to be. And I really like how they focus on that this episode, and how they really focus on the characters themselves. Like how she thought Uraraka was just taking pity on her, but Uraraka just wanted to understand her. She just knew Toga was going through stuff. The fact that Toga was smiling during their battles, she wanted to understand why. She wanted to understand why Toga was doing this, because she could also see someone who was hurt, someone who was sad. I loved that Uraraka at the end tells Toga that she loved her smile and that it was beautiful, saying she was cute, making Toga feel seen, making her feel like she doesn't have to hide who she is. And I think that's a really important thing, because when we look at some of the other villains, they were turned into these villains. They were shunned by society, they were pushed away, they weren't accepted, and they're all different ages for all different motives. But Toga here, she was changed from a young age because of her family, and having this hero, this other girl, seemingly care about her and wants to help her is a big change, because she always felt like she never had that. And I love how they pushed that this episode. Plus, it was awesome to see Uraraka get her quirk awakening and also say that she loves Deku. So just really good moments there that, you know, you really pushing these characters forward, understanding where they're coming from. I like how we also had Uraraka give her past a little bit. You know, she grew up poor, and she became a hero because she wanted to help her family so that she could always smile. But as she grew up, she realized there's other people in this world that exist, and she wants to help them as well, because she just wants people to live in a society where they're smiling and happy. Where that's what a hero means. That's what it means to be a hero, is you want to make the world a better place so people can live freely and feel better about themselves. Not focusing on right and wrong, what the rules are, just in general, as long as you're not, you know, committing terrible crimes, you're not a villain. And I love how we got the moments with Toga talking about how she fell in love with people easily because they have lovely blood flowing through them. And I feel like if she was taught at a young age how to deal with her quirk, maybe this wouldn't be such a problem, that she wanted to suck everyone's blood. Just like how she liked a guy that looked like Deku, but she could never ask him for his blood because she would be seen as not human. Which is kind of true. It would be kind of weird to be like, hey, can I have your blood? At the same time, it all goes down to the fact that her parents never taught her how to deal with her quirk. And I think that's just the biggest thing, is that her parents are the real villains here. They're the ones that messed her up, and they should be thrown in jail. Child neglect, child abuse, terrible parents turned this girl into a crazy villain. If she had therapy and help, she maybe would have been able to deal with this a lot better than she did. And it also shows that she went to the League of Villains because that's where she was accepted, and that's where she wanted to be because she didn't have to hide who she was. And I like how Uraraka saw through that. She realized that she missed that this entire time, and that she's there for her now. So I guess what's going to happen after this series ends, in my headcanon, is that Toga goes to jail, but Uraraka goes to visit her every once in a while to talk, chat, see how she's doing, and help her reform. Because I could totally see that happening. I feel like some of the villains in the League of Villains aren't necessarily evil. They've just dealt with a lot of trauma and a lot of abuse. They need that help to go back into society, because they could. Shigaraki, traumatized child who was beaten by his parents and pushed away from being a hero. If they actually watched him and learned what his quirk was early on, they probably would have all lived, and he wouldn't have been traumatized. Toya, we all know that. Abusive father who shunned his child away after the fact that he couldn't perform the way he wanted to. If that never happened, he would have never been burned to a crisp and then got taken in by All for One. Spinner, literally society's fault. For calling him a monster, for treating him like shit. It's literally the society's fault he was turned into a villain, and he's not even that bad of a guy. He was just manipulated by All for One. Great episode showing the differences between the heroes and the villains, and just how they're not so different, and one bad choice can turn you into a villain. So I really like how they've been pushing that during this anime, and I like what they've been doing. I cannot wait to see what happens in the final, because it's going to be insane. But let me know, what did you think of this episode? What was your favorite moment from it? And thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you next week when we watch another episode of My Hero Academia Season 7.